Hi, everybody. 8:30 on a Thursday, coming to you from inside the KGW studios. Meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Vancouver area. And I love doing these videos when I have an obvious headline, a headline, especially that's bringing what I think many of you will interpret as a very positive change. And the headline is, if you look at the graphic, hot weather to end, pattern change, cooler air to take hold from an upper level low that's going to start bringing in cooler air off the Pacific starting Monday. And the news gets better. This is a pattern change now showing up on the European model, the American GFS model, and others that not only takes hold starting Monday, but could last the remainder of July into at least the first few days of August. This is something a week ago, 5 days ago, that was generally not showing up, and now it is. So remember, I've got my July record sheet out. So July started off 82.77. That second day of July is the only day Portland has stayed below 80 this entire month. And then 82 on the third. And then July 4th, we started that heat wave. It went 92, 99, 99, 100, 102, 104, 93. All Portland PDX temps, 790 plus degree days in a row. And then we went 94 on the 13th, 94 on the 14th, or excuse me, 94 on the 13th, 92 on the 14th. And we've been in the 80s since then, although we could get back up to 90 degrees tomorrow. The point is, we have been in this really warm to hot weather pattern since July 4th. And there were signs it was going to continue all the way into August, but no more. Weather model confidence is growing that as we start feeding off of this low, sending us cooler air, we will actually be back down to near normal temperatures for a good week or more, maybe a couple of weeks. Normal is a sunny day is low to mid 80s this time of the year. And you would expect maybe a couple days battling to hit 80 itself. So that's what we're talking about. And more on this coming up. We do have a couple more hot days to get through before that takes hold. And I want to step back and show you this past Tuesday's high temperatures. If you haven't seen these, it was 97 in Portland, it was 100 in Salem, it was 104 down in the Dalles. None of these were records. But the point here is this coming Saturday is going to be just like this past Tuesday. Remember, this past Tuesday was a one-day heat spike. We were around 90 and then boom, we went crazy hot for one day and then we came right back down. That's going to happen again this Saturday. And in fact, this Saturday could see 97 in Portland, 100 in Salem, and very similar temperatures all the way down through. So I'm going to track that cooler weather pattern after a quick shout out to our sponsor, the Momentous Wealth Podcast. This is a library of different investing topics for you to listen to, brought to you locally by Todd Pisarcik and his investment firm, Momentous Wealth Management, licensed in both Oregon and Washington. Listen on Apple Podcast and also on Spotify. Okay, let's get you to the big story, which is this change of cooler weather. So Saturday, this is an air mass tracking map. It's color coded. So the orange is the hot weather on Saturday morning. We'll be feeding off of that. Again, Saturdays today, we get back up to 95 to even 100-degree days in the valley. But you can see this low sitting offshore. And this low sitting offshore starts feeding in the cooler marine air starting Monday. This is Monday. And then the low actually is slow moving, but pushes inland over Washington and mainly Canada. And when it pushes inland, let me go ahead and grab this and see if I can stop it. When it pushes inland on Friday, we may actually, well, it's not going to let me do it. When it pushes inland on Friday, it may actually bring us a chance of showers and give us a day with temperatures only in the 70s. Again, that's Friday morning showing up. And that is the new weather pattern that is going to take hold and finally hold all of the ridiculously hot weather off to our east. So that is terrific news. And certainly terrific news for the fire scene, which I do want to talk about briefly. This is the satellite picture this morning from NOAA. And if you look up in Oregon and Washington, notice we are all dry. There is a marine layer up and down much of the coast this morning, expecting partial clearing on this Thursday there. Otherwise, inland areas are sunny to smoky. But there's no thunderstorm threat. The last 2 days have had lightning strikes in Oregon and Washington, especially 2 days ago. And we had some lightning starts from those lightning strikes. So good news that that is not a concern on this Thursday. But look at what the smoke is doing. This should just play out. Let me see here. This should just play out for you and give us smoky conditions through 5 o'clock this afternoon. So where you see the red and yellow bright colors, those are actually individual smoke plumes. And typically underneath those brighter colors, you have bad air quality and overcast skies from thick smoke alone. Notice the smoke's getting really increasingly bad over in Central Oregon around Bend, especially south down toward Crater Lake. And then we've got bad smoke plumes also in parts of Eastern Oregon and parts of pushing into northern Baker County. So we continue to keep an eye on all of that. There were like nearly 20 new fire starts just from the last 2 days here in Oregon from primarily lightning. This is the National Weather Service Pendleton office and their map showing you in orange. It's still really hot out east. Heat advisory for much of the Columbia Basin, including Hermiston and then up into Washington. You've got an excessive heat warning, which includes Baker City and then down through Malheur County, where temperatures will be around 100 degrees today. And then you've got also a red flag warning around Ontario and then over into Idaho. So again, hot weather, wildfire smoke, very dry conditions, still a big topic. Generally, once you get east of the Cascades here in the Northwest, that cooler weather pattern that I just showed you will certainly bring relief. Here's a look at current temperatures. Now it's in the morning, so the numbers are nice and comfortable. Take advantage. It's 8:30 right now. Medford's at 66 degrees, but look at their forecast. 98 today. That hottest day that spikes up has Medford at 104 on Saturday, cooling off to mid-90s on Sunday. And then still warm, but as the cooler weather takes hold, Medford goes 94, 92, 94 next week. Certainly better than upper 90s to around 100 degrees. I think you will agree. All right. Let's go back and check out Central Oregon. 72 right now. 96, haze, areas of smoke today. Here's that heat spike over the weekend, 101 Saturday, 100 Sunday, and then cooling down to 90 on Tuesday. Again, that's still warm. And if anything, I feel like these numbers being put out by the Weather Service in some parts of our state could be too hot. We'll end up finding out in several days. Seattle, 80 today. There's that heat spike Saturday, 90 degrees. And here's the cooler weather, 79 Monday, 77 Tuesday, 78 Wednesday. Doesn't that look to be incredibly comfortable? North Bend, it's just kind of keeping on, right? Temperatures mainly in the 60s. This does show a chance of thunderstorms down along the southern coast on Sunday. Interesting. What about the north coast? Astoria, 70 today, morning clouds, but gradual clearing. And then, not much change really. 67 on Monday, 70 on next Wednesday. I do want to show you because I think we mentioned wildfire smoke. And if I go to my live camera network, the Aspen Lakes Golf Course, which is over in Sisters, was showing pretty good haze. Well, here it is earlier this morning. So, I mean, I guess it's not that hazy. This is, again, Aspen Lakes Golf Course, just outside of Sisters, looking at the Three Sisters. And you can tell there's some smoky haze, but it looked even worse earlier this morning. So at least the visibility there has improved somewhat. Okay, here's Portland's 7-day forecast, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. 88 today would equal yesterday, little change. Tomorrow, 90 degrees, really little change. Saturday, that heat spike, 97, maybe 100 down in Salem, back down to 90 on Sunday. And here is the brand new cooler weather pattern, which is basically a near normal pattern. 84 Monday, 83 Tuesday, 81 Wednesday. And there are signs that by Tuesday and Wednesday, we could actually be battling just hit 80, meaning maybe parts of the valley Tuesday and Wednesday of next week only see highs in the 70s. And there are signs, don't forget, that the following Friday could actually see a rain shower possibility with temperatures in the 70s. That new weather pattern, I remind you right now, shows up on the models going all the way through August 4th. So that is big, big news. It will help reduce fire threat and danger in our state, and maybe help the wildfire crews get a better handle on some of these blazes that they are battling as well. So on a good news weather forecast Thursday morning, I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon.